Leadership means a lot of different things to me, and that's because you can find yourself being a leader in many different ways and in many different circumstances. Ultimately, I think it comes down to being able to better a group of people, whether that be your family, a club you're a part of, your friend group, a group project in a class, like the list can go on. It can be like any group of people. And there's a lot of responsibility in being a leader. I think that's one of the largest parts about being a leader and leadership because you need to realize that like the failures of that group will fall on you in the end, but because of that the successes will as well. And to me that's like the most rewarding part of leadership. The feeling of leading a group to success is honestly like a high. It's so worth all of the stress, the hard work, anything you had to overcome to get where you ended up. And that's basically what leadership means to me. So, my definition of leadership comes from the people around me, the people who inspired me, who shaped me, who led me. Those people were who made me want to be a leader. I wasn't always and still am not a very confident leader, but I strive to be in those leadership positions in a way to challenge myself so that I'm able to make a difference in other people's lives, like the ones who made such huge differences in mine. That's where I see the value in it, even when I'm not sure if I can do it. These people came from all over my life. They were a lot of teachers, coaches, upperclassmen, and people who held positions in clubs in high school and now in college. Just people like my peers that I looked up to. And, these are all the people who inspired me to want to be a leader. And that's what shaped me into my definition of leadership. So I think I have a pretty extensive leadership background, but there are three main places that I think of in my life that my leadership has really thrived, and I really felt like I was able to make a difference and begin to feel confident in my leadership skills. The first being my drama club in high school. I was the costumes chair, the public relations chair, and the secretary. The second is my sorority. I held the position of director of rituals and vice president of foundation. And the third being my own family. What all of these have in common is that I was extremely passionate about them, or still am. Uh, Drama club was like the best part of high school for me, and because it gave so much to me and a place to belong, like I wanted to put in the work to make it even better and have it be the best part of high school for other kids. Um, in my sorority, I was really inspired and empowered by the leaders before me. When I was a freshman, when I was a sophomore, I looked up to them so much, and I honestly wanted to be just like them. My sorority brought me to some of my closest and potentially lifelong friends. So it just feels really good to be able to better a group, help a group of people that I care so much about. And finally, I'm obviously very passionate about my family, and I kind of fell into the role of leader out of necessity in my family. Uh, I'm the oldest sibling, so I've always been kind of the leader of my siblings in a way. But in recent years, there's been a lot of turmoil in my immediate and my extended family, and I found myself being the mediator and kind of keeping everyone together on the same page because I'm able to be slightly removed being here in East Lansing, not around them all the time. And this has been the most difficult of all of my leadership roles and throws challenges at me that maybe shouldn't be my responsibility, but ultimately that's what being a leader is in any situation. Uh, you have to be ready for anything. And whether you like it or not, sometimes there's a lot at stake in a situation where you're being a leader, and that's where it counts. So, for the student leadership competency inventory, I took the self awareness assessment because I see myself as an extremely self aware person. I reflect on my decisions a lot, and I've recently been able to take a step back and evaluate the people in my life, the people I surround myself with. Um, so I just wanted to see what my results would be here. Um, and I was rated highly proficient in overall self awareness and development. And while I do have many weaknesses as a leader, such as confidence, being able to feel comfortable in new situations, decision making, it was nice that this assessment verifies, at least, that I do know myself very well. And hopefully that means that I'm able to use my strengths when I can and see where my weaknesses are and attempt to work on them.